4:30 a.m. 12 miles above the Donetsk region, the sky is still black, the kind of black that swallows sound. Call sign Ghost steadies his MiG-29 as his radar warning receiver suddenly ignites, glowing a violent blood red. A Russian Panzer S-2 has him locked. Not searching, locked. Under his wings hang 4 Hammer glide bombs, each one quietly alive, pulsing with a rhythm that doesn't come from France or Russia. Inside, 2 of them beat stolen logic, reverse-engineered navigation born from the same KH-series missile Russia once called untouchable, that MiG-31 that vanished after an internal betrayal. This is where its Ghost ended up. Ghost knows the math. Drop too early and the entire operation collapses into an expensive failure. Wait 10 seconds too long and he becomes a burning streak in the night. Everything depends on a 4-second window where physics, timing, and nerve have to align perfectly. To understand why one bridge is about to become the most expensive piece of concrete in eastern Ukraine, you have to rewind months. What looked like a quiet logistics artery, fuel trucks, food convoys, routine movement, slowly transformed into something else. Moscow reinforced it piece by piece, layering air defense until the area felt untouchable. Buk M3 tellers, Panzer upgrades, electronic warfare vehicles humming day and night. But while Russia built its fortress, Kyiv watched. Satellites, partisan eyes, pattern analysis, every vehicle logged, every battery mapped. Ukraine didn't strike early, they didn't take the easy win, they waited. They let confidence harden into arrogance. Then the crown jewels arrived, a convoy carrying brand new Buk M3 systems, a Panzer S-2, EW platforms, and a truck packed with missiles rolled onto a 200-foot bridge suspended over a ravine. Nearly $500 million of hardware compressed into a single immovable bottleneck. To Moscow, it was a fist winding up for a knockout blow. To Ukraine, it was a trap begging to be closed. Back in the sky, Ghost throttles up from a hidden strip somewhere in eastern Ukraine. His MiG-29 Mu-1 is no museum relic. It's a Frankenfighter, Soviet bones, Western nerves, Ukrainian instincts. From 15,000 feet, those hammer bombs can glide more than 40 miles. He's a sniper now, not a dogfighter. Near the bridge, the first move begins. 12 FPV drones buzz into view. The Panzer roars to life, shredding 5 instantly. The Russian crew is confident, laughing. But this isn't an attack, it's congestion. 3 drones slip through. One blows a lead vehicle's tire, another cripples the rear engine truck. No explosions, just smoke, rubber, and panic. Brakes slam, the convoy freezes. A mobile fortress becomes a 200-foot parking lot. Ghost is already moving. Nap of the earth, 500 knots, skimming treetops at terrifyingly low altitude. Hills and forests mask him from Russian eyes, but altitude is required for the kill. He pulls up. The sky explodes with warnings. The Panzer has him. EW systems flood the air, rewriting the electromagnetic environment. GPS dies. Sensors flicker. A missile solution is seconds away. Then the sky lies. From a different vector, 8 AQ-400 scythe drones charge in, each wearing Lüneburg lenses that make them look like strategic bombers on radar. Russian screens erupt with phantom targets, jamming spikes. The Panzer fires blindly. Missiles streak into nothing. Guns roar. Ammo burns. 30 seconds of chaos. That's all Ghost needs. He releases 2 standard hammer bombs first. No special guidance. No secret heartbeat. Predictably, Russian jamming tears their eyes out. They tumble, miss, and slam harmlessly into a field. On the bridge, laughter erupts. Moscow is probably already receiving a victory report. But those misses weren't mistakes. They were probes. Ukrainian signals teams record everything. The drift, the interference, the exact moment control collapses. The Russians never change frequencies. They never adapt. They proudly reveal a narrow, invisible blind lane in their electronic shield. Ghost is already turning back. This time he isn't guessing. He's flying on data, afterburner's light. Altitude climbs fast. The Panzer reacquires him instantly. 3 missiles launch. The cockpit screams. Ghost releases the last 2 bombs, the ones carrying the stolen logic. Laser ring gyros wake up. These weapons don't care about GPS. They know where they are because they know where they've been. Ghost brakes hard, dumping flares, diving back toward the deck as missiles lose lock behind him. He never looks back. On the bridge, the laughter dies. The first bomb hits the missile truck. The detonation isn't an explosion, it's a chain reaction. Dozens of missiles cook off at once, creating a fireball so violent it lifts armored vehicles off concrete. Shockwaves tear through the convoy. Systems fail. Crews scream. The second bomb punches deep into the bridge itself, detonating after penetration. Concrete resonates. Steel twists. The span groans for nearly a minute before gravity wins. The bridge vanishes into the ravine, taking everything with it. Miles away, Ghost crosses back into friendly airspace, heart hammering, mission complete. Or so it seems. Because as dawn begins to creep over Donetsk, satellites start detecting movement far beyond the ravine. Russian units reacting, rerouting, improvising. What was supposed to be a decisive offensive has just lost its spine, and Moscow knows it. But Kyiv is already watching something else form on the map. A reaction, a response, a countermove. And the next trap is already being set. The map doesn't stop moving. Within minutes of the bridge collapse, red vectors begin to bloom across Ukrainian screens. Russian logistics routes twist and bend like wounded arteries, convoys diverting south, then east, then suddenly stopping altogether. Commanders argue. Orders contradict each other. What should have been a clean response fractures into hesitation. But something else appears. Something colder. From a base far beyond the front line, engines spool up that Ukraine did not expect to hear yet. Not bombers, not fighters, electronic reconnaissance, aircraft. The kind that don't drop weapons, only listen. The kind that mean Moscow isn't just angry, it's curious. Back in Kyiv, analysts lean closer to their screens. The pattern is wrong. Too measured, too quiet. This isn't retaliation. This is reconnaissance for something larger. Ghost lands, climbs out of his MiG and pulls off his helmet. His hands are still shaking, but not from fear, from instinct. He knows when a hunt isn't over, when it's only changed direction. He doesn't go to debrief immediately. Instead, he walks to the far edge of the tarmac and looks east, toward a sky that's now turning gray. Because he feels it. The Russians aren't chasing the bombs, they're chasing the brain behind them. Hours later, the first reports come in from the coast. Naval radar stations flicker, then go dark, one by one, like candles being blown out by an invisible breath. No explosions, no missile tracks, just silence where data should be. In the Black Sea, a Russian patrol ship reports anomalous surface reflections. The phrase means nothing until its sensors overload and its screens flood with static. Crew members swear they see shapes on the water moving too fast, too low, leaving no wake. Unmanned, unmarked, unexplained. Back at Ukrainian command, a junior officer whispers the word no one has officially said out loud yet: ghosts. Not missiles this time, not bombs, something else, something born from the same philosophy that destroyed the bridge. Not brute force, but misdirection, saturation, and timing so precise it feels like foresight. Russia moves ships out of port. Ukraine doesn't follow them. Instead, Ukrainian drones rise quietly from hidden launch points along the coast, not heading toward the fleet, but past it, deeper, into zones Russia believed were already secure. And then, for the first time since the war began, a Russian admiral orders a full communications blackout. That single command tells Kyiv everything it needs to know. Because when a military chooses blindness over visibility, it means they're afraid of what they might see next. Somewhere beneath the waves, something adjusts its course. And somewhere in the dark, the ghost isn't finished flying. The blackout lasts exactly 9 minutes. Then the lights come back, not gradually, not cautiously, but all at once. Russian systems reboot across the Black Sea. Radars spinning up, comms flooding with delayed data. On screens, officers brace for the worst. They don't see explosions, they see absence. One patrol ship is simply gone. No distress call, no debris field, no thermal signature. Just a blank space where a vessel should be. Another reports engines failing simultaneously, as if an unseen hand reached inside the hull and turned the ship off. Crews abandon ship into calm water, staring at a horizon that refuses to explain itself. Only then does Ukraine act. From hundreds of kilometers away, Kyiv releases a statement that is deliberately boring. No celebration, no threats, just a single line, operational objectives achieved. Further escalation is unnecessary. That sentence lands harder than any missile. Because Moscow understands what it really means, we can reach you, and you won't see it coming. Ghost watches the news feed in silence. No one congratulates him. No medals are mentioned. His aircraft will be repainted, reassigned, forgotten. That's how ghosts survive, by leaving no story behind. Days later, satellite images show Russian fleets pulled farther back from the coast. Bridges remain unrepaired. Convoys move only at night. Air defenses fire at shadows. The war doesn't end. But something fundamental changes. For the first time, Russia isn't asking how to advance. It's asking where it's still safe. And somewhere above the clouds, beyond radar and headlines, the ghost turns away, mission complete. Not because the enemy was destroyed, but because they finally understood the message. The most dangerous weapon was never the missile. It was the realization that the next one might already be on its way.